July 27th and 28th, and September 7th, 1566. To most of us, the dates are meaningless. Most would probably think of the days as having been warm and sunny. Though they would be correct, to the residents of Basel, Switzerland, there was far more to them than the weather. The day of July 27th passed without incident. People did their normal things in their normal ways and went about enjoying a warm summer day. That is until about 9 p.m. As the sun started to set, life in Basel ground to a halt. Everyone found themselves staring at the sky, slack-jawed. It is recorded that on that day at sunset, the sun lost its radiance and luster and became no bigger than a full moon. It is reported that the sun wept tears of blood and that the air behind it went dark. Nobody in Basel seemed to know what to make of the phenomena. It might have passed into history as a strange phenomena, perhaps being remembered a century later as Grandpa's old yarn, if it weren't for the next day. The villagers awoke around 6 when the sun came up. Judging from the sight that flowed into the windows, there seemed to be a fire in the village. People sprang from their beds to see what was the matter. Once again, the sun was misshapen and crying fiery tears, bathing the streets in a fiery red. Once again, nobody knew what to think. When sunset came, the people watched the sky anxiously. However, this time, nothing happened. It was a normal sunset. And nothing would happen for another 10 days. After 10 days, an event like nothing they had ever seen before occurred. On August 7th, the sun rose. It was not alone. With it were several black and red spheres flying at great speeds in the sky. Witnesses reported hearing chattering noises as they recklessly hurled themselves toward each other. Before long, they were colliding. As the presumed battle raged, the spheres crumpled and then extinguished until they had disappeared entirely. That was the end of interesting things happening in Basel. But what actually happened? One may be tempted to pass off the entire thing as a hoax, a fanciful tale meant to entertain in an otherwise mundane life. That is, if almost the exact event hadn't have happened 5 years earlier in Nuremberg, Germany. It was dawn in Nuremberg, and the residents were busy preparing to go about their daily lives. Their day, however, was interrupted before it had begun by what they described as a battle out of the sun. According to witnesses, there were hundreds of spheres, coulonders, and objects of odd shape and size moving erratically at high speeds through the sky. Eventually, an enormous triangular-shaped object made an appearance, and the other objects crashed to the earth in a climatic puff of smoke. The people had seen nothing like it, nor would they ever see anything like it again. Some believe that the phenomena was simply a sundog. A sundog is a halo that sometimes appears around the sun with a bright spot to either side of it, which, to me at least, seems like it doesn't account for a single thing about these accounts. There don't seem to be any answers about this particular incident. All I can tell you is, stay curious, friends.